Hello and welcome. My name is Eddie Dixon, and I'm the founder of the Coffee and Grind Network, an organization associated with the company Organo, which I will be talking about shortly. Now, the purpose of this video is to share the vision we have with Organo and how you can play a huge role in continuing our growth as we introduce our products and services into new markets all around the world. Now, as I'm sharing this information with you, I want you to put yourself in the position of a top executive that is being presented a business opportunity and make your final decision based on the industry facts that I'm about to share with you. If you've never made a decision like this before, then this is what you're going to want to pay attention to. Where the company started, what the company has accomplished, and where the company is going. These three things are key when it comes to making an accurate business decision. Though this is not a million or multiple $1,000 investment on your end, I want you to view it as such because it is in fact a $1 million idea, and you will understand why as we continue through this presentation. Now, our company is positioned in four of the fastest growing recession-proof industries of today, one being the internet. Now, this should be a no-brainer, but I'll chime in a little bit about why the internet. As I'm sure you can tell, more and more people are using the internet for everyday purchases and subscription-based orders. Also, connecting with people all around the world and building new relationships with just about anyone has never been easier than it is today. You will have the ability to tap into this industry and utilize these functions to build your business. Second, we have the home-based business industry. This industry alone is a $178 billion industry and growing. That is greater than the NFL, music, and movie industry combined. People all around the world are looking to generate an additional source of income or replace their current source altogether, and they're turning to this industry because they can work it in their spare time. They also don't want to be tied down to a second job that may interfere with their personal time, and it gives a stay-at-home mom or dad something to do while creating an income. You also have the huge tax advantages tied into operating a home-based business. A portion of your mortgage or rent, car, food, phone, internet, and so much more can be write-offs at the end of the year. But the two main core focuses of our company is the health and wellness industry and the coffee industry. So again, pay close attention as I share these industry facts and statistics so you can be sure you make an accurate business decision. Now, our mission is to help people reach higher levels of wellness, balance, and prosperity, and what Organo offers is the ability to save money, live healthier, and earn an income in multiple global categories that people are already in the habit of using. What we want to do is give them a healthier alternative to their everyday habits. So let's talk coffee. Coffee is not a luxury and is in fact a part of everyday life. It's a $112 billion industry with an expected increase to $135 billion within the next 3 years. Coffee is one of the most consumed beverages in the world. It is the largest traded commodity after oil. Think about that for a second. Only oil is traded more than coffee. Roughly 1.6 billion cups are consumed each day, or 500 billion cups a year. Real quick, let me put into perspective how big a billion really is. A billion seconds ago was the year 1984, alright? A billion cups of coffee ago was yesterday. Over 80% of people over the age of 18 have consumed coffee, and specialty sales are increasing by 20% each and every year. And if you've noticed, millions of people are willing to pay up to $4 or more for a cup of coffee and will drink 3 to 5 cups a day. These industry facts are the very reason why you have companies like Starbucks, who has made it socially acceptable to pay $5 for a cup of coffee. McDonald's actually noticed what Starbucks was doing, and for many years, they shifted their business model from burgers and fries to coffee. And now they're in the process of building standalone McCafes where they serve just coffee beverages. Burger King also caught on and introduced the Iced Mocha, and also partnered with investor billionaire Warren Buffett. And together, they bought out the large coffee chain Tim Hortons Coffee for over $13 billion. And you may be thinking, why would someone invest so much money into coffee? Well, when you think about it, at the end of the day, it's a product that people want and not necessarily need, but will continue to spend their money on it daily. Then there's Dunkin' Donuts, who spent multiple millions of dollars and changed their logo from a donut to a cup of coffee and their slogan to America Runs on Dunkin'. And then you have places like Subway and Taco Bell who now offer breakfast menus so they too can get a piece of the coffee market. Understand this, success leaves clues. And by now, you should see just how powerful this industry alone really is. And with Organo, you now have the ability to offer millions of coffee drinkers a better, healthier beverage and earn money every time they drink it. So, before I get into what makes our beverages healthier, I want to discuss our newest industry addition that we just launched with Organo, and that's the weight management industry.
The human body is amazing. Its capabilities are captivating. And its beauty can leave one breathless. Yet 2 out of 3 adults are now overweight or obese. 75% of U.S. adults will be overweight in less than 4 years. And as of today, over 40% of the world population suffers the same fate. Being overweight right now puts anyone at risk for more than 53 health issues. Studies have revealed that processed foods with very little nutrition fuel the risk. Is there a better way to actually fuel your body, building lean muscle and help burn unwanted fat? There is.
I'm on fire, 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 fire. I'm on fire, fire. There's something burning in my soul. Fire, 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 fire. There's something burning, burning. I'm on your horizon, can you feel me rising? It's do or die, friend, time for me to fly, man. Out like a light in the middle of the night, when no one see me going till I pass on the light.
The weight loss industry is currently a $164 billion industry, soon to be $204 billion, and our involvement and position with our new products now allows us to tap into this industry. Our products are quick and simple to make, you can save money on groceries, allows better nutrition than the average person receives daily with most meals, and we have great tips for shake recipes, eating right, and exercising with OGX. So what makes our products better, and how were we able to do well over $1 billion in sales within our first 5.5 years of operation? Well, we are the world's leading brand of Ganoderma products, and this key ingredient is the reason why so many people love what we offer. Ganoderma is actually the #1 superfood available, and I understand most people are still very unfamiliar with this herb and its health benefits, so I want to share a video with Dr. Bob Rakowski, who is actually a business associate in our company and an expert on this topic.
These are all documented conditions that Ganoderma works against. Liver dysfunction, including chronic hepatitis, kidney dysfunction, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, number of forms of arthritis, insomnia, bronchitis, asthma, gastric ulcers, hardening of the arteries, low white blood cell count, meaning low immunity, diabetes, anorexia, and cancer, just to name a few. So just imagine if the drug company could have a drug that would do this, right? Wouldn't it be an overnight blockbuster? But you can't patent a natural molecule. So what does this herb exactly do? When we start looking at inflammation, the Time cover story calls inflammation the secret killer. All of us have some level of silent inflammation. Inflammation precedes repair, but there is a level where the inflammation becomes destructive. So they have a term in the literature called inflammaging. We know that one of the primary factors that age our cells, age our bodies, age our brains and everything in it is the inflammatory process. So it has implications for the brain, the immune system, the body, skin, sexual function, bone, and heart disease, all related to chronic inflammation. So there's this molecule, it's called nitric oxide, and that's what NO means. Heart surgeons or doctors knew for over 100 years that if you gave someone that was having chest pain nitroglycerin, if they put it in their mouth under their tongue, their chest pain would resolve. They knew that there was something in it that would dilate blood vessels. So they had a whole team of researchers get together and try to find this amazing molecule. Once they found it, they thought, wow, we've got an amazing drug for cardiovascular health. One of the primary researchers on nitric oxide was a gentleman by the name of Nathan Bryan. After they discovered nitric oxide, The drug companies wanted to come up with, of course, another nitric oxide drug because they know that this molecule is so powerful. So they started looking at traditional Chinese medicines that had cardiovascular benefit, including Ganoderma. When they found that Ganoderma worked really well, what he said was the next step was to identify the active components in the traditional Chinese medicines responsible for producing nitric oxide. Nathan Bryan said this, he says, every time we took something out of the herb, it didn't work as well. So it wasn't something in the herb, it was the herb. So Ganoderma was the herb that increased nitric oxide. There's a synergy in nature that cannot be duplicated and cannot be isolated. Nature provides. It's got all the things that we need if we learn to use it wisely. When we start talking about cancer, U.S. has the highest rate in the world. Man's risk lifetime in the U.S. 1 in 2. Woman's risk 1 in 3. Before the age of 55, Americans' number one fear is cancer. After 55, it's actually Alzheimer's. Now, people rarely die from a single solitary tumor. What they die from is when the tumor spreads or invades or metastasizes. So what they did is they took highly invasive human breast and prostate cancer cells. That means it's the kind that will spread very easily. And when they gave them Ganoderma lucidum, there was suppression of cell migration, which means that it could protect against the spreading of cancer. Very powerful anti-cancer herb. When they looked at people that were going through chemotherapy, they found people that took Ganoderma generally had better quality of life, better well-being, less fatigue, less depression, etc. What it did is it protected the brain and the mitochondria from the toxic effects of chemotherapy. When we start talking about Alzheimer's disease, brain research, it says the results prove a hypothesis that the anti-aging Ganoderma lucidum, anti-aging, that means it's proven that it's anti-aging, can prevent the harmful effects of beta amyloid, which is associated with Alzheimer's disease. It also protects against the neurodegeneration and can restore function in Parkinson's disease. 60 million Americans have disturbed sleep. So 3-day administration of Ganoderma lucidum significantly increased total sleep time. Ganoderma decreased the amount of time it took to fall asleep and increased total sleep time. And it did it by what's known as a GABAergic mechanism. The most excitatory or most pick-me-up neurotransmitter in your brain is called glutamate. Glutamate is converted to GABA. Ganoderma promotes that. So it takes you from a very excitatory or anxious neurochemistry to a very, very calming, peaceful neurochemistry. When we start looking at our toxic world, we can see toxins from over 500 miles in space. It's estimated that everybody walking around has at least 700 toxins in their system. The symptoms of chronic poisoning include fatigue, sleep disturbance, intestinal distress, allergy symptoms, headaches, confusion, and anxiety. I've said for more than 20 years now, if you took those symptoms away, I'd probably have to do something else in clinical practice because that's what everybody's walking in with. The liver and kidneys are the primary organs of detox, and Ganoderma is remarkable at both protecting the liver and kidneys and facilitating detox. So when you think about all the toxins that we are inadvertently exposed to, it's critical that we protect ourselves all the time. I had a patient come in who's HIV positive. She had been on a drug cocktail for a number of years, was being intoxicated by the drugs and not feeling really good, came in kind of struggling. So I put her on a comprehensive detox program, and part of what I gave her was an immune support program with Ganoderma. She came back 2 weeks later feeling dramatically better with her blood work in her hand that she had gotten from her hematologist, her blood doctor. She said, my doctor is amazed. He said, what are you doing? Because her white cell count was the highest it's been since she's been under care, and her lymphocyte count was the highest it's been. At this point, I didn't even know that Ganoderma had anti-HIV activity. I just thought it was good as an immune support and an antiviral. But notice what it says, Ganoderma spores had significant anti-HIV protease activity. Ganoderma inhibited the growth of H. pylori, which infects 2/3 of the world's gut. It also inhibited Staph aureus. H. pylori is considered the causative organism of gastric ulcer, and it may also cause gastric cancer. So I had a woman come in with a staph infection. She had a cut on her face that had been infected with staph. It wasn't healing. They gave her a very powerful antibiotic called vancomycin that wasn't working, and it often doesn't. And she was feeling really desperate. She thought they were going to have to cut this deep wound and create a scar on her face and just keep it from spreading in her body. We made her a poultice of Ganoderma and coconut oil, which, by the way, coconut oil also has anti-staph properties. Not only did it kill the infection, but it was completely healed in 7 days. Beautiful result. When we look at immune function, we've already talked about cancer. It's anti-breast, anti-prostate, anti-inflammatory breast, anti-leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma. It's anti-H. pylori, anti-staph. Some of the other viruses, anti-HIV, anti-herpes. It's also anti-H1N1 and anti-HPV. These are all documented benefits in the peer-reviewed literature. The top diabetic drug in the world is called metformin. Metformin blocks a liver enzyme that has the liver make sugar. Since the diabetic has a hard time getting sugar into the cell because insulin is not working, the liver actually makes more. So metformin blocks that enzyme. Ganoderma blocks the exact same enzyme as metformin. Now, metformin has a number of side effects and a 21% failure rate at 5 years. Ganoderma, remember, treats and positively modulates a ton of conditions, including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, weight loss, brain chemistry, antiviral, anti-cancer. Seems like it'd be the thing that we want to use.
So Organo was founded in 2008 by Bernie Chua. He started this company with the idea to add health to people's everyday habits, such as drinking coffee or tea. He shared this idea with Shane Moran, who loved the concept and has been highly responsible for getting our products and services into all the countries we are now operating in. And then we have Holton Buggs, who is an industry leader and one of, if not the most successful network marketer. He came in and helped set the standards for the company and really paved the vision for where we're going in the next few years and even further. Like I said earlier, it's important to know where a company started, what they've accomplished, and where they're going. Organo started with just 3 employees and an idea. That idea was able to do well over $1 billion in sales in less than 6 years, and within the next 18 months, we are looking to do another $1 billion, and within the next 36 months, we are on track to becoming a $1 billion+ a year company. Our target is to capture just 1% of the world's coffee drinkers, and also reach out to the large percentage of people who might be overweight or seeking a better, more affordable, and convenient nutritional meal. What this represents is an estimated $662 million in monthly sales, and with Organo's 50% payout, this could represent a potential for over $400 million per month in distributed commissions to those helping us build. So my question to you is, how much of that do you want? Now, we still have a lot of ground to cover to accomplish this, which means this is a wide open opportunity to gain global market share. So what I want to do now is share our business model and why it works so effectively for us. The network marketing platform has been known as the business model of the 21st century and the business model also for entrepreneurs of today, and it's becoming one of the most turned to distribution platforms by many companies. Now, I understand some people still have this belief that network marketing industry is a pyramid scheme or that only the people at the top make money, but that's just far from the truth. If the company offers a tangible product, commodity, or service for you to distribute, then it is completely legal. The ones that make the money are the ones that do the work and not the ones that invest in the business expecting to generate massive results without putting any effort in. It doesn't work like that in any type of business, so don't expect network marketing to be any different. Another huge advantage for starting a network marketing business is the investment cost. You can launch your own business anywhere between $50 to a couple $1,000s and start profiting very quickly, sometimes within your first month. Whereas starting a traditional brick and mortar business, you could be spending tens or hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars, and may not see a profit for 2 to 3 years. So keep that in mind. Now, I have a mentor in the industry who was in the real estate profession for a large portion of his life before becoming a network marketing professional. He and his brother worked with their father in building a large successful real estate brokerage where they lived. He, working 60+ hours a week, was able to generate a 6-figure income, but his brother was able to out-earn him by using leverage from operating new offices and recruiting real estate sales agents to sell homes for him. His brother never listed a single home, but earned a cut from the efforts of the 1,000+ agents within his agency. His brother worked smarter while he himself worked harder. So is this legal? Should he be allowed to earn more than the agents working under him? The answer is simply yes. This is completely legal and is one of the advantages of working smart and utilizing leveraged income. You see, not many people understand how similar network marketing is to the real estate industry. In fact, many real estate agencies are now using the network marketing structure. Instead of just one broker being at the top earning from the backs of all the agents can now recruit new sales agents and earn overrides from the sales they generate. Why do they do this? Well, because these agents are understanding and now wanting leveraged income. Network marketing companies' marketing strategy is through independent distribution from consumers using the most effective way of influencing buying decisions, and that is through word of mouth. Instead of spending millions of dollars on traditional marketing and media ads, which has a declining effectiveness, they use a model of building a network of distribution. And by doing this, the company only incurs marketing costs if and when a sale is made. And furthermore, these distributors are now able to recruit others and teach them how to move these products and services and earn override commissions just like that of a broker in a real estate company. What this does is puts them in the position of business ownership and gives them the ability to build for their future. The marketing team you build is yours, the customer base you and your team build is yours, and you have the rights to the cash flow that is generated through your business network. Now, there are 7 ways to earn commissions through Organo, but for now, I'm only going to go through a few. The first is the most common way. Buy at wholesale, sell at retail, keep the profit. We have people marking our products up 50% up to as much as 1,000% for a single cup. There's not many products you can do that with, but coffee and shakes is one of the few. There are countless ways to get creative and move large quantities of the products very quickly and in return receive nice earnings. And when you start with us, that is one of the first things we show you so you can earn your investment back plus profit within 1 to 3 months. The next way to get paid is through the Fast Track bonus. This is when you start expanding your distribution network. For every new business partner you personally bring into the business, you can earn up to $150, and the amount of people you personally partner with is unlimited. The next way to make money is through your dual team, and this is simply from building 2 distribution teams and helping them build their customer base and expanding their own distribution network. And as your network grows, you will earn weekly commissions regardless if you personally partner with them or not. Depending on your initial investment, you can earn up to $2,500 a week, but when you start hitting leadership rankings in the company, that weekly payout grows. These leadership rankings pay out anywhere between $5,000 up to $75,000 a week. You see, people forget to do a lot of things, but they hardly forget to drink their coffee, and that's why the residual income is so powerful through our payout methods. So again, when you partner with us, our first objective will be to help you make your money back within 1 to 3 months. Remember, as I said earlier, traditional business can cost multiple thousands of dollars and may take 2 to 3 years to see a profit, but we are not building a traditional business. We are building a modernized business utilizing methods that are far more advanced than traditional. Our next objective would be to help build your business network. That way you can reach out to more customers that you may not personally know, but through the power of networking, you'll be able to obtain. What we'll do is help you get 10 new business partners within your first 6 months who will personally work with you. And within the next 6 months, what we'll do is help those 10 people get 10 business partners of their own, and at that point, you'll have 100 people in your distribution network. Then in the following 6 months, we want to help those people get 10 new business partners as well. And at that point, you'll have 1,000 people working within your network. These 6-month phases is an 18-month commitment we put together to get your business running as quickly and effectively as possible. We have many people doing it much faster, but we realize if you stick to a committed plan and follow our steps, you'll be on the right track to building a successful business. Now, let me give you an example of how powerful this 18-month commitment really is. If each of the 1,000 business partners in your organization had just 10 customers each, that would actually expand your network to 10,000 customers and business partners. This network will typically be making regular monthly orders of 2 boxes of coffee or shakes every month. 2 boxes a month times 10,000 people would be 20,000 boxes of coffee moving through your distribution network each and every month. Now, each box is worth about $15. 15 times 20,000 boxes would equal total revenue of about $300,000 a month, which you could get paid anywhere between 8 to 12% of that total, but we'll just take the average and use 10% for this example. So 10% of $300,000 is $30,000 a month paid to you. Now, I know some of you will look at this and think $30,000 a month is a lot of money, and it is. And the average person enjoys the idea of $30,000 a month, but can't actually wrap their mind around actually earning that much. This is typically when they say to themselves, this is too good to be true. And that's completely understandable since I used to think the same thing. But let's look at it this way. What if you only did half the work I just showed you? Just half. That would bring you to $15,000 a month. Still a lot of money and still a lot for the average person to wrap their head around. Okay, so what if you only did half of that? Well, now you're looking at $7,500 a month. Still a nice chunk of change considering the average American only brings in about $2,700 a month from their current place of employment. But just for comparison purposes, what if you only did half of the work from that $7,500? That would still put you above the average monthly income at $3,750 a month or $45,000 a year. You're now making more than the average American salary, but leveraging the efforts from all those in your organization. It's just like John Rockefeller said, I'd rather earn 1% from 100 people's efforts than 100% from my own efforts. That is the power of leveraged income. What I'm trying to do is just share the vision and power behind our business model and why so many companies are now using it and how it can positively affect your financial well-being. And even half of that $3,750 would give you an extra $1,875 a month, which is residual money that will continue to come in as long as you stay in business. Now, Organo offers many incentives for helping expand the business. One is the Organo Dream Car program, where they'll pay anywhere between $400 a month up to $1,000 a month towards the purchase or lease of a new black Mercedes-Benz once you start reaching leadership ranks. So how do you get started? Well, it's pretty simple. It's $49.95 for your business entry kit and back office access, which is renewed annually. And this will give you samples and other tools to help get you started on the right track. It'll also give you a website for you to direct your customers for online purchases, and you'll also be able to keep track of your business network and order your own inventory. From there, you'll want to pick which investment level you want to launch with. We have the Bronze Pack, which is $245, and you'll get about $500 worth of product, and will be able to start earning 10% in dual team commissions. Next, we have the Silver Pack, which is $445 and roughly $600 to $700 worth of product and the ability to earn 15% in the dual team. And the last option will be the Gold Pack. For $1,245, you'll receive roughly $2,500 worth of products. So if you sell just half of that, you'll make your investment back plus profit, and you'll also be able to start earning 20% in dual team commissions. Now, I want to mention that the earning potentials I shared are not guaranteed. I can't promise you'll make any money simply because I don't know your work ethic. Your success is based on your willingness to be teachable and coachable and the amount of effort you're willing to put in. I will work with you, but I cannot do the work for you. I'm here to mentor you and guide you so you can build the most effective business possible. So in closing, I hope you're able to see the vision the company and I have and how this can be a wealth and health benefit for you and the many others we share this with. In life, we all fall into three categories of people. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who later on down the road ask what just happened. I also want you to understand that this is just the beginning. Even though Organo has been around for about 8 years, we still have a lot more coming our way. The key is to see the vision and position yourself and stick with it. If not this, then what? If not now, then when? I look forward to doing business with you. Talk to you soon.